Hey Fabs, welcome to the Be Fab Collection. I am LayTonia Bailey, and I wanted to hop on and really do a allow me to introduce myself in the Be Fab Collection's first live. It's a fabulous Friday, so you can call this our first Fab Friday live that we'll do here for the Be Fab Collection. And so I really wanted to just set a platform, introduce myself, introduce the brand, introduce the business, tell who we are, what it is that we do, who it is that we serve. And so this will be really quick. But I am super excited for this first live. So I am LayTonia Bailey. I am the founder of the Be Fab Collection, which is a premium digital stationery boutique that creates lifestyle digital planning essentials for the high octane woman. And so what does that really mean? We're about to break that all down. So digital stationery boutique, what is that really? It is literally digital paper that functions the same way as physical paper functions, just a little better because it's in digital format so you can take it to go. And so think about notebooks, think about notepads, planners, things of that sort that function, in a physical manner, but relate that over to the digital aspect. When I say the digital aspect, that means it can function across all of your electronic devices, computer, your tablet, or your phone. But I typically like to promote the tablet use because you're able to preserve the handwriting aspects. And so it functions across all different types of operating systems, whether it's Apple, Android, Microsoft, and so on and so forth. So for Apple, for example, Android for Android or any of the platforms, ultimately the way that it works and the way that it functions is it is not a project management system. It is not a CRM system. It is not an app. It is literally a PDF document that one uploads into a PDF annotation app. And then they're able to use it, write on it, and all of those good things. And so I'll do lives at a later time to really kind of dive deeper into what all of those things mean, whether PDF annotation apps, some of the unique features that you're able to do and you're able to maintain, but then some of the things that you're able to do more efficiently than you do with a physical product. So just to be really, really clear, our products does not take away from using physical products. It actually enhances what you do and how you use it. So you may want to take all of what you have in a physical format and put it all in a digital format, and we're here for it. We have the resources, we have the tools, we have the essentials that you need. Or you may say, hey, I want to supplement and I want to have some supplemental essentials that are digital in nature and still be able to use my physical products. And you can do that as well too. I use my digital products personally a lot more today. But when I first started back in 2018 using digital paper, I was supplementing. I would use both physical and digital. And so just to give a little background about myself, again, I'm LayTonia Bailey. Um, I'm originally from North Carolina. I served in the U.S. Army. So I'm a veteran, a retiree, and I'm still associated. I will always be associated with Army life, but I am still very much so hands-on because I'm a military spouse. So I'm originally from North Carolina. I live in Southern California. I'm a mother of two teenagers that I absolutely adore. And I just want to tell you how I got started with digital planning or using digital products, stationery products. So back in 2018, my computer crashed. I'm an Apple user. And so my computer crashed. I had the computer for like over 10 plus years, but it crashed. And so I needed a new computer. At that time in 2018, Apple was marketing their new iPad as being able to be replaced for the computer and used as a computer. So that's what I did. I got an iPad, or I already had an iPad, but I upgraded my iPad to replace my computer. Little did I know that a couple of months later, I was going to be back in a classroom setting, back in school. Excuse me. And so, I actually needed a new computer. And so, but I ended up using, while I was in the Apple store getting the iPad, one of the apps that they had in there was GoodNotes. And so as I played around with it, I was like, I absolutely love this app. I'm going to use this app. And so when I got the iPad, that's exactly what I did. And so when I went to school a couple of months later, it came in very, very beneficial for me, and very useful for me. So instead of having to lug around books and notebooks, I only had to take around just whatever books that I needed for my class and my thin iPad. And I was able to store as many notebooks or create as many notebooks as I possibly could or wanted to, for that matter. And so at the time, I wasn't using like customized or purchasing notebooks or planners or things of that sort. I was just using the digital paper that came within the app, and turning that into my own notebook. So just to give an FYI about myself, I use both planners and notebooks, but I am more of a notebook girl than I am a planner girl. I like the free space of being able to plan out all the things that I need to do, write out all of my stuff on just a lined piece of paper, and keep it moving. I can plan out as much stuff as I want to. That way, I create different notebooks for different categories of my life. And so I like to see all of my stuff like right there together versus it being sectioned out in a planner. And so, that was what I did. I used this notebook or this digital paper for school, and it was so minimalistic. It was so eco friendly. It was such a space saver. And then it was beautiful because I was able to quickly get to whatever it was that I needed, no matter how many notebooks that I had, literally like instantly, right? And so I remember in class at each semester, I would be the only one who's using this. But I found that by the end of the semester, everybody was asking me, like, what are you doing and how are you writing this? How does this work? But by the end of the semester, they were like 25% to sometimes 50% of the class who are now using their iPads to take all of their notes. And so it was such an amazing space. And then just to tell you how the brand really came into fruition, as you can see, I love notebooks. I love writing the vision, and I love getting up and executing. I love how God has designed and wired our brain to function in such a way that is a principal thing to write out the plan, but then just don't leave it there. And it's something beautiful about getting up and executing the things that you wrote out. Sometimes it's immediate in execution of that. Sometimes you'll look back as you reflect and you're like, I wrote that, and you may have forgot that you wrote it, but you did it. And so I love that. I love equipping high octane women, meaning high performing women, meaning it's so much to be said about a high octane woman because she's not a one dimensional type of woman. She's a multi-dimensional woman. There's layers to her. She has depth to her. She has substance to her. And so she's a high level, high quality type of woman. And so, I love equipping her with the essentials that she needs and that she wants. Like, she's already a planner. She's already someone who knows what she wants. And she's going to go after what it is that she wants. She's a daughter of the King. She fears the Lord. And so she asks the Father, and then she writes it out, and she gets up and she executes what he has given her and the strategies that he's given her. And so I believe that a high octane woman is literally like the acronym for the word how, because I literally believe that the high octane woman is the how in her sphere of influence, known and unknown. And I say known and unknown because there's a sphere of influence that she has, that she knows she has this, her family, her friends, things of that sort. But then there's a sphere of influence that she doesn't even know that she has because people are watching. And so I believe that as her being the how, and her having the answers, she literally carries solutions, strategies, and systems straight from the throne room of heaven, which is why sitting at the feet of the Father is so important, because he reveals to her his plans, he reveals to her his secrets, and then she gets up and she executes them, and or she's a mouthpiece for him in the earth. And so And so that is my goal. That is my mission, is to globally equip high octane women with the digital stationary essentials that she needs, that she wants, to be able to get up, to write the vision and get up and execute. And so, like I said, she's already a planner. She just wants a nice notebook. She just wants a nice planner to be able to write it in. There is a level of elegance and sophistication and classiness and to her, to where she loves a certain design aesthetic. And so my brand, the Be Fab Collection, provides her with just that. And so that is who we are, that is what we do, and who we serve. And so I'll just give this like insight into just the mind and the behind the scenes of how we do business here. And so what that looks like is I love fashion. And so I take a fashion approach and a collection approach to how products are released. So they're released in a collection with 3 different colorways. For our latest collection, which is called the How Collection, it released in 3 different colorways: dark chocolate, dark toffee, and beige. And so all of our products within the How Collection, you'll get each one of those products. If you purchase them individually, there were 4 different products that released in that collection, which was the How Notebook, the strategy map, the How Notepad, and then the 30-day month, a month of optimal productivity. And so individually, these function and stand on their own, but collectively together, they serve as a complete planner system. So, for example, the strategy map serves to be a brainstorming tool, a mind mapping tool, to be able to get all of your ideas, all of your concept, all of your thoughts out of your head and onto the paper. It's a place for you to kind of brainstorm and put all those thoughts together before you start organizing them. You can begin to organize them, and typically you may already write them out in an organized manner, but for the most part, it's just a place to get all of this from here and down onto paper. Right. Then you have the How Notepad, which is literally like a legal pad, a writing tool, digital paper for you to be able to use. And then you have the How Notebook, which is an entire notebook of line pages. But then what happened is I included some inserts in it, which those inserts are included. It's 101 pages. But then every 10 pages, there's an insert that's inserted in. And so this insert that's inserted in is something that is of effective productivity, or it is like a thought-provoking fun activity. So if you're sitting somewhere like in the airport, in a doctor's office, something like that, but you want something that is fun to do, but then also very thought-provoking, such as a word search, Sudoku, things of that sort, they're kind of inserted in along with some other productivity things. There are also prophetic declarations that are included on all of the line pages throughout the How Notebook, but it's just a place for you to be able to write the vision and then get up and execute. And then you have the 30-day month, which is a 30-day literally planner. It's completely undated, so you can use it over and over and over again, which I highly recommend. And that was one of the beautiful things that I wanted to include in the products that we have here is you literally, with them being digital in nature, you literally can purchase the product one time and reuse it over and over again, and come back and purchase again simply because you want a new notebook or simply because you want a new planner. It's sustainable in nature, it's duplicatable, it's recyclable, right? But it includes a month calendar. You have an index page for you to be able to quickly get to all of the pages that you want to get to. You have a monthly calendar. You have 31 daily briefs. It's called the 30-day month, but I recognize that some months have 31 days. So I included an extra dates for those months. So you have 31 daily briefs, which covers like you being able to schedule out your time, covers you be able to look at the priorities and the essentials that you need to do, which your focus of the day is. Plan out your workout, plan out your meals, things that you're grateful for. And then there's also on that daily brief a section for you to be able to reflect at the end of your day, like what did I get done? What didn't I get done that needs to move to the next day? How well did I use my strengths today? What were some areas that I recognized that I just didn't do well in, and I need to improve on? So we would say weaknesses, right? That you saw were in operation on today that you're now highlighted to you that, hey, I need to work on this area and improve this area. And then there's a section for just writing out little small notes or whatever. So you have 31 of those. Then at the end of the month, you have a month in review. So you're able to go the same way you have this section on the daily brief to be able to reflect on your day. You can reflect on your month at the end of the month as well too. And the beautiful thing about digital products is that they have hyperlinks, right? And so hyperlinks is just what I call a tab on steroids. So it's a link that takes you to a desired destination, and it's linked to a specified destination to get you there at the click of a button. And so you can easily navigate between each day of the month. You can easily navigate between back to the monthly calendar, to the month in review. Then you have some paper templates that's at the end of the planner. 6 different paper templates. You have line pages, complete line pages. You have 2 column line pages. You have a Cornell style page. You have dotted page. You have graph page, and you have a blank page. And then the other thing so you have this complete planner system across all 4 products. So you can buy the products in the bundle, but then you can also get them individually separate. And so one of the things that we do here as well too is that our products look realistic. So the same way they really look like real physical notebooks. So think about a notebook that has a spiral coral to it, binding to it. It has that. And when you open it up, it lays open like a real physical notebook that is laid completely open. If you're looking at the like how notepad, for example, it looks like a real legal pad. And so the legal pad is in portrait view, but then if you look at the strategy map and if you look at the 30-day planner, it's going to be more in a horizontal type of notepad layout. And so they really look realistic, but they're elegant and they're classic. And that's one of the things about the products and about the brand overall is that they're classic and that they're timeless. And so we have the How collection, but then we also have the Little Black Digital Notebook, which is trademark or intended to be trademark. Which is literally like, so I love Chanel. And so we know that she has the little black dress, and every woman needs a little black dress. Well, I believe that every high octane woman needs a little black digital notebook, which is just literally a notebook of all line pages. There's no inserts in it. It's just all line pages with prophetic declarations for you to declare out of your mouth of who you are and what is available and accessible and within your authority to have and to do, right? And so every high octane woman needs a little black digital notebook. You can get it in line, dotted, graph, or blank pages. So that is who we are. I'm super excited to be doing this live. Please comment in the comments, what is it? What are 2 things that you look for in a notebook, that you look for in a planner? What are also some things that you need or that you struggle with the most? Is it being productive? Is it focus? Is it time management, which is literally like self-management? You're telling yourself what to do with your time. And you need some strategies and things of that sort to help you be able to manage that a little better, efficient and effectively. And so that's one of, in saying that, efficient and effectively, there are 3 pillars that our brand is built off of, which is being essential, efficient and effective. And I think that those are 3 ways of which the high octane woman moves. She is an essential in every environment that she walks into, and she is a resource to every environment that she walks into. She adds value to every environment that she walks into. And then she understands how to move efficiently and how to move effectively. It's not just about doing a lot of things, it's about doing the right things at the right time that's going to produce the result that is needed or that is desired for the output that is happening. And so I'm super excited. I look forward to doing more of these starting next week, and I will see you then.